Those higher gold prices have seen gold miner Kingsgate more than double its profit to $73 million. The company wants to expand and become the second largest listed gold miner. But with a debt-free book, it may become a takeover target itself. Earlier, I spoke with Gavin Thomas, the CEO of Kingsgate. Gavin Thomas, thanks for joining Lateline Business.
Pleasure.
Now, profit results, your profit's up more than 100%. Now, a couple of years ago, things weren't looking as good. What do you attribute your success to?
It's been a very good year for Kingsgate, 125%. What's happened is that we have a new mining lease, Chattree North, and we're developing that along with the previous mining lease at Chattree. What's happened this year, we just started that at the end of last year, so we only had half a year's production. And we had 93,000 ounces in that year. This year, 132,600. So it's about a 40% increase. And with that, combined with the increase in gold price, has led to the record profit result today.
Has it been hard maintaining being a low-cost producer, particularly given that you are in Thailand and there's not always there's some political problems that happen in Thailand?
I think the answer there is that you need many assets to be and maintain a low-cost gold producer. In Thailand, we have a fantastic geological asset. The primary gold mine that we have there is a large and growing gold mine. So therefore, we know what we're going to have for decades to come. We have a wonderful workforce that has been very stable. We have very low and consistent electricity costs. That, coupled with the infrastructure, means that we've been able to maintain our unit cost of production, in other words, how much it costs us to treat a tonne of rock, virtually the same for the last 6 years. It's increased 15%, whereas the rest of the world has increased by many times that number. So when you combine all of these together, we have a low-cost producer, and we believe that we will be a long-term low-cost producer.
What are the production forecasts for next year?
We'll be producing about the same as what we did this year, about 130,000 ounces of gold. At similar rates, we have an expansion underway, and the years beyond that, we'll increase our production quite markedly.
Let's talk about expansion plans, because you're in a pretty good position at the moment. You're relatively debt-free. You've just had a great profit. What are the expansion plans? Because you do need to grow.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the with Lihir being this is its last day of trading, we need to fill that Lihir void. We certainly are putting our hand up to be one of the companies that are going to be in that $3 to $5 billion range. And so we're starting off with an expansion at Chattree. We currently have a plant that treats 2.3 million tonnes per annum, and we're going to expand that to treating a total of 5 million tonnes per annum. And that should increase our production on an annualised basis to well over 200,000 ounces. If
you look at Kingsgate, now on paper, there's a lot of great things happening. You've got even today the share price after opening was up 4%. Sometimes it seems that the stock's known in the market, but the share price doesn't always reflect the value.
I think that that's a very fair comment. There is the perception of Thai risk. What I can say to anyone is that there are two certainties in life. Hillary Clinton once described Thai politics as spicy. There will be political issues within Thailand, but they don't affect business. The second certainty I can give you is that we won't lose a day's production because of it. And so you've got to balance the political risk with business, and business keeps on going. So does the company have an image problem? It seems to be, shouldn't you be at this point now where Kingsgate should be really taking off? Our franchise is the Australian Stock Exchange, and for better or for worse, Australian institutional investors don't really give a lot of credit to Australians operating offshore. They bring a lot of political risk in, whether it be real or not. For example, the TSX has far differing views on Canadian companies operating offshore. We've shown that we're producing fantastic results, and in total returns over the last decade, on the ASX 200, we are the third best performer. But realistically, or surely it just can't be down to the Thai risk, because you've been able to prove that you can actually maintain a business and do well, even with political uncertainty in a country. Not many of the analysts cover Kingsgate. We've got about 13 or 14 analysts covering us right now. We're around about $1.50 to up to $4 below their target range. And I accept what you're saying, is that there is a perception issue about Thailand. we've certainly been able to operate there through many changes of government, including a coup, without missing a heartbeat. And we've produced good, strong cash flows and fantastic returns for our shareholders.
Is it sustainable?
I believe so. Certainly in the short term. Look at the gold rally. We had a 20-year decline from 1980 through to 2000. It had to get rectified because there wouldn't be a gold industry, and that took it through to around about 2007. We then had the risk factor coming in, the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and they saw the risk in US dollars, and there was the jump from 650 to 950. And then from the 950 to these current levels, you're seeing fear of debasement of fiat currencies, the US, the euro. All of those currencies are going down into who knows where, and I don't want to comment on that, but this is why gold's moving up. And now we're seeing expansionary policies, particularly the US. Europe has to do the same thing, and with expansionary monetary policies, you'll see expanding commodity prices, and gold has a long way left to go in it yet. Where to, I'm not quite sure.
I was just about to ask you where to. What's your forecast?
It will be upwards and volatile.
Okay,
but
Gavin,
definitely upwards.
Okay, we'll leave it there, but thanks for joining Lateline Business.
Lovely to be here.